Hey everybody, sorry I'm late. Hi Amy Lou. Hey Laylo. Hi Boomer Babe. Remember. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hi Witter. Hi Nurse Jen. Hey Rabbit. So haven't been live in a bit, trying to stay away from the Jen shit as much as possible, but she wants to drag me back into it, so here I am. Jen, you really want to go there, huh? The apple doesn't fall from far from the tree. Hey, allegedly. Remember that police report that was out there that her daughter got arrested for hitting her mother? Hey, Jane D. It was actually Jen hitting her mother. And the daughter took the blame for it because she was a minor. So she wouldn't get as much trouble as Jen did. Tell me that's not stellar woman there. Hey, Miss Lisa. She's such a stellar person. She cared so much about her mom that she hit her before her mother even was sick. So yeah, you're the one with the domestic violence, Jen. Hey, Amy Lou. Hey, Susie. But Jen lied. No, can you imagine that she told her daughter to take the blame? Hey, Haynes, take the blame for, I don't know if I said, how do you say it, Leah? For hitting the mom because the daughter's a minor, would get less time, the charges would be less. Then you wonder why these kids don't want to talk to her. To even suggest that shit to your child. And her mother got arrested too because they were fighting back and forth, obviously. So yeah, you have a stellar background, Jen. Hey, Janet. And that's the shit that she grew up in. Don't be lying on my husband when you have a background like that, Jen. Now I know where you got your loose hands from. It runs in the family, huh? Hopefully your children break that and don't do that shit to their kids or their family. Hey Sam, how are you? Nice to see you. But that is what Jen does. And Jen, you hated your mother, remember, before she got sick? Hey Leda, welcome. You hated her. You because she chose drugs over you, like you chose drugs and your husband over your children. Because it's the truth. That's what you're doing. The other day she did a live about her. My children are the most important thing in my life. You drank tea and coffee. She said that on her live just recently, like a few days ago. They're the over Clint over anybody. Too late. We already saw you chose. Those are words coming out of your mouth, but you chose it. You chose Clint and your drug abuse over your children. You left your minor daughters with these men living in a townhouse that weren't even related to her to live with Clint. That's something I hope your daughters never forget or forgive, because you don't do that to anybody, Jen. Hey, Cree. She chose a man for sure over her children. She is as shitty as a mother as she is as a person. My opinion, Jen is full of shit. You're right, she is. She's as shitty as a mother, but she grew up with a shitty mother too. Her mom did drugs. Her mom did kicked her out. Her mom put her in foster care. So she's like doing the same thing her mother did to her, except the only difference is that it's being done on YouTube. Hey, Lindsay, how are ya? But she's her mom 2.0. Hi, Stephen. And she obviously doesn't want to be left alone because I had stayed quiet and I wasn't going to get involved in this shit. And she brought me out. And now I'm not going anywhere, Jen. Now I'm going to be talking about you all the time. Because if you think that you makes you feel better by doing what you did today, because you're the drug addict, your mom was a drug addict, and your children have restraining orders on you, Jen. But you can't walk away and leave people alone. So I'm gonna be sure to be in that live every single time anybody goes live and call you out, Giddler. If Jen respected her kids, she would get off YouTube. She doesn't like her kids. Would you leave your kids in a house, in a townhouse with men, to leave with somebody like Clint or anybody, period? Even if you're married to the father of your kids, if he tells you to leave your kids somewhere and they're minors, you're not going to do it because you're a good mom. This guy isn't even her kid's father, and he's told her to leave them there, and she left. She dumped her kids and had other women raise them. Other women be there for when they graduated. Other women be there for when they have something special to tell them about their jobs or education or anything. She wasn't there, and she's never going to be there, because that's something that you'll always. These weren't little kids. These weren't 2-year-old kids that don't remember anything. These were teenagers already, and she dumped them for Clint. And on top of that, she called the police, which everybody heard that recording, on her daughter, and said she wanted to take her to juvie. And they didn't take her. Can you imagine wanting the police to take your daughter? That's what Jen did. I would be mortified before I do something like that. Hey, Debbie, how are you? I have bad connection. Okay. Sad how ruined their son's marriage. Nice mom. That's why he doesn't want anything to do with her. And he never will. He never will. Hey, Salty Pepper. And you know what she did? Right before she did this live this morning, she blocked me. And then after the live, she unblocked me. Didn't Jen say her son Kate, her mother? Yep. She said it. That he took $100,000. That old lady didn't even have $5,000, much less $100,000. She's so full of shit. But she blamed him for doing that to her. And the mother, towards the end, already knew. Well, I'm sure she knew all her life, but at least towards the end, she realized, like, let me make power of attorney to the son because my daughter's a piece of shit. And that's what she did. And that's why Jen got pissed off and said, hey, um, the 100,000, no, the power of attorney isn't right. I should have been the power of attorney. No, your mom realized it at the end that you're a mess and your son is a lot smarter and level headed than you are, Jen. And that's why she did that. And then even with her son, with Jen's mom doing that, Jen's mom was saying, Jen was saying, no, she caved my mother. He caved my mom on purpose to try to get him in trouble. That's why she did it, to try to get him in trouble. That's why the smartest thing that he did was get a restraining order on her. He her new boyfriend when she abandoned her kids. Yep. No, she left her kids for Clint as a boyfriend. Even if it was a husband, I wouldn't have abandoned the kids, much less of a boyfriend. But she worries about Chloe all the time, right? She doesn't worry about her kids at all, just about Chloe. Can you imagine those kids have nobody to back them up as a mom? Most of us do, and her kids have nowhere to go to except for stepmoms or girlfriends of the fathers or whoever the fathers are, because they can't even depend on a mother like her. And when she says shit like, I could never leave them for a man. Absolutely never. Hey, Lisa Ann. Absolutely never. And I'm telling you, the police report that was out on her mother, I think was 2018 or something. If I'm not mistaken, I have to pull it out. That um that she beat on her mom and then had her daughter take the blame for it. Classy, classy family there. Her dog by asking Mia who's the problem today. Yeah, she said it on her live today that she's a lonely person. You are a lonely person, Jen, and you're always going to be the same way. You can only attract people like Keith to support you. Hey, Night Angel, listening while cooking dinner. Good luck. Hopefully you don't cook like I do. But that is what she does. That is what Jen does. And Jen, I will support anybody that talks about you. Anybody. Because you don't deserve anybody here to be nice to you. Because I tried not, I wouldn't reach out to her and be nice. That is out of a question. But I tried not to be talking about her. And she still does this shit because she wants the attention from people. I'm going to give you the attention that you want, Jen. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be nice ever to you. Hold on. Hey, Steven C., how are you? Let me check something out real quick. I'm telling you, I am so done with her bullshit. She's lonely because she blocks everyone. Maria will probably know Tracy, not sure. What would I know? Let me go back and see Tracy's comment. I don't know if he's married or not. I'm not sure if her son is married. Hopefully he starts a family without her. Because she would poison her grandkids with her stupidity. On top of that, she likes minors. So I wouldn't put her around anybody's kids, and honestly. She's just a pervert, a giggler. I would not trust her with anybody's kids. On top of that, she hasn't been around them anymore. So even though it's blood, it's just somebody that you shouldn't trust. I think he knows because of his best friend, what she did to his best friend, not to trust her around anybody else's children. I think he's married. Or could be. That Keith weirdo thinks he's kind of a wizard or something. I don't know. He's very strange. And I told him, I said, you support that shit. Said ruin her son. She tried to ruin her son's marriage. It was bad enough Jen fixed up Kyra with Deadly. Now they are trying to fix up Keith with Kyra. Oh my God. How gross. That's disgusting. How about let's not fix anybody up with strangers on the internet? That's all they have. That's all. It's like Dumb and Dumber. Hold on. It's like The Hills Have Eyes meets part two of The Hills Have Eyes. They just all blend in there together, and it's like one big inbreed party where every time the guy panels, he is laying in bed. It's weird. It's really strange. He is. God, I hope they never meet in person. That would be gross. Nothing good can come of it. No, nothing good can come of it. I'm telling you. These people are like the least educated people there are on the internet, and they're all like, okay, I'll date her on Monday. You date her on Tuesday. Who's gonna get Wednesday? And you see how she was treating that what's the lady that starts with an is it an N, the new one that was on Deadly's chat on his panel? She has a stuttering problem or something. Did you see how they were treating how Jen treated Noelle? How Jen treated her? You're a piece of shit, Jen. No wonder your daughters hate you. Such a piece of shit to treat that girl like that. This is who she is. This is how she treats people. This is what she does to others. And she always makes sure she gets people like that young girl to try to bring her in and then treat her like shit because it makes her feel good to treat others bad because she's so miserable with who she is in life. What did she do? She was treating her like crap. Like you should see Deadly. I think it was yesterday or the day before on his live. It was just so gross. Deadly was pretty much canceled until Jen brought the channel back to life. Yep. I should be ashamed of myself for picking you over her. Jen, he doesn't like trash. I'm sorry. You're just pure garbage. Are you going like? And then she got mad today because of Muggsy saying he's not going to stop going in Sophie's chat. Jen only panels with weak men with no balls and makes them their cheerleaders. Real men would never. She married one too. Since she can't have a husband defend her on online, she's going to go after these men. Defend me, Muggsy. How could you like Sophie? I don't get it. How do you like Sophie over me? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put my foot down and just tell you to go to hell. Good luck with that, because Muggsy is not giving up on Sophie, because Sophie hasn't done anything to him, and she's not needy like Jen. Jen is like a turd that flows from channel to channel. Yep, she sticks there with Deadly for most of the part. Jen and her behavior was disgusting. Yeah, I heard about it. I saw a clip of what she was saying to that girl, and I'm like, oh my God, this woman. And do you believe that she's honestly working on a relationship with her family the way she talks? My children could be watching this channel, she says. Girl, if your children watching your channel, you would have been um you would have had a restraining order for the rest of your life with them. They ain't watching you. They forgot about you. Cooch having a wrench in Deadly's is hysterical. Deadly has done far worse than JY. Cooch is desperate. She is totally desperate. Oh, coffee. That's nice. Sophie doesn't beg Muggsy for money. Jen does. Muggsy, I need to go to the Dollar Tree. Hold on. William, call your daughter. Oh, wait, she doesn't want to hear from you. She hates you, William. So does your mother, too, by the way. I wonder why. I'm going to try for a third time. Hi, Withers and they. I guess I didn't see your hi. Her kids don't want anything to do with her. Do you blame them, though? She's such a horrible, horrible person. She sits there with Deadly and William, like if they're any better than she is. Do you blame that? Her kids have moved on and have productive lives. Go play in traffic, William. That's what he needs to do. William, uh, I can't wait to see the day. I'm going to be laughing the day this guy finally gets arrested and put away for a long time for all the shit he does. Who is William? William is the town drunk. We blocked him. He comes in with different accounts. He's just the town drunk. All he does is drink and one time he was so drunk he showed his pee. I don't know why YouTube took his channel down because it was so small you couldn't even see it. Honestly, you couldn't even see it, and they took his channel down for that. It was like no wonder he's drinking. Jen wanted Nuggets to pay her for the therapy and wanted him to ask if what does Clint do? Not care. The fake therapy and what about the surgery? The fake surgery that she had for the dog. Since it didn't come out, nobody questions her about that. She needed $5,000. And since nobody helped her out, the dog, it's a miracle. But she literally said he had a cough, he did this, as the dog is like nothing. He pooped on a live. He did. I haven't watched him. Supposedly took a poop on his live and then showed it for his audience. Classy piece of shit, man. You. I actually feel sorry for his daughter because everybody wants their parents around, and she never had him as a father. Especially daughters and fathers are close, and she'll never have that because her father sucks. That they use her and push their narrative. I know. I like Sly Boogie. Yeah, me too. Hey, KK, how are you? He's so gross. I feel sorry for his daughter. I really do. I can't imagine having a drunk like that. I bet you she won't even say anything when he passes. Because it's going to happen, William. At the speed that you're going with your drinking, you don't have many more years to go if you continue this way. And I could care less, honestly. You're just a stranger to me. And Jen's to get along. That's it. Why? Because Clint doesn't want to live alone. Do you think if he loved Jen, he wouldn't be texting other women? He just doesn't want to be alone. This is some guys that just can't live alone. And unfortunately, Clint is one of them. So better to be with Jen than with nobody at all until the next one comes around. I don't know. I would appreciate a copy of that live if possible. I think it was either yesterday or the day before on Deadly's, but it was really bad. I mean, it was really bad. And Noelle was calling her mom, and she was really nasty to her and said, "I'm not your mom," and started going off on her. I'll find it for you. It was just so gross. Hey, Stacy, how are ya? Top Track got me. I know I do that all the time, Amy Lou. But what I saw somebody was saying on Reddit was that I'm supporting all these men going after her, and I'm sharing their channels. Where am I sharing the channels? I don't talk to one single one of those content creators, not one of them, outside of YouTube. In a chat, like everybody else writes something on chat, not on Instagram, not anything. And now I see that Roadhog has made a couple of videos and clips and lives about Anne and George and E11. I think he added, I don't know if he added, who else he added. I haven't talked to Roadhog in forever. In fact, I think the last time I modded for him was almost 2 years ago. So if he's doing videos on that, it's because he's in the community and he sees the bullshit going on. And Brooke too, yeah. He sees that I don't talk to him. I'm not going to get my hands dirty with nobody. I want nobody to come back and say, "Hey, Maria did this. Maria said this." I'm not in no Discord saying shit like Jen did about me. And I sure as hell am not in any Instagram or Twitter or anything complaining to Roadhog or AC or Jamie or none of those or Brett. I think I've been in his live one time because I always miss it. So you keep saying what you're saying. They're part of the community now and they watch everything and they have opinions just like we do. Do your thing and don't worry about the rest. Yeah. They have opinions like, when Roadhog was doing one of his lives recently, he still said that Maria, you're not a good person, or some. He went on to say something about me that was not good, and I'm like, that's fine, but at least you see what I'm seeing. You can have your opinion on me, but but he's obviously looking at what I'm seeing with these people because what Anne wants to do is just keep fighting, and I'm not going to keep doing that with her. It's not going to happen. So you can keep dragging me and looking like the asshole that we all know you are, and the jealous one at that. But I'm not going to play that game. He is his own person and his own opinion. Yeah, and I'm glad to see that his opinion is what he's showing. Clint is texting women. Yes, I'm positive he is. I don't think it, I know it. And I wish that that person would post it. Someone has to just walk away from all of that. I know if I continue back and forth with her, I'm just going to let her continue to RH did what? I'm let her continue looking like the idiot that she is. He also dragged. Oh, he also tagged the president of the Drunks Hospital and the nursing board as that video of her racist tirade. I know, I saw that. I don't agree with that. Just like he doesn't agree with a whole bunch of shit that I've done. And is going to start taking bloody pressure pills soon. Filled with such anger, she's unhealthy. Yeah, that kind of anger raises cortisol levels. I'm sure it has already. That's on her. I could care less about those people. I tell you, I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm more calm that I'm not with them, and that I don't have to drag somebody that I didn't really have anything. Hey, it's Sherry. Sometimes dragging people that I didn't have anything bad really. Like maybe I was upset with somebody, but not to the point of dragging somebody. Not praising you, Maria. So anyone thinking it's your fault is naive. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know, I saw that and I'm like, well, you didn't have to be that harsh. And then I said, you know what? I'm not doing anything to him. So if that's what he thinks about me, then let him think about me that way. He also gave some good advice, which I'm also going to take on his live. And is so triggered from all the pictures of her on Reddit. It's hilarious. Yep. And she kept reporting it. She says she doesn't report it. Remember that day that right before she did that shitty live that made her look like an idiot. She made the pictures. There was 9 pictures or something with me on it, and I reported it. and I took and it was taken down, and then I posted hers. She reported it, took it down, and it went back and forth for like an hour. So she says she never reported those, as she never reports her pictures. She reported every single last one of them, every single last one. Yet she started it that day because she must have had a bad night at, in her place, and she started making those. She was up all hours of the night, like because it was our time there. Here was nighttime over there, and still posting those pictures and starting that shit. She's definitely miserable. Them all. She said she was going to before they started reporting them all now. Not backtracking. Yeah, I still have all the emails of her reporting them. It was one after another. And then she goes on and says, "Oh, Maria started this by posting." No, it's actually Anne who started it by posting the thing about her Saturday fail going away party shit and putting that invitation out there. So for somebody who says that she doesn't want to start, she doesn't want to live in the drama. She's all in the bullshit. And that comes out from jealousy because she honestly thought that I would just go away and I would have no support and that would be the end of Maria. And she even told Jen, "Congratulations. You can thank me later." She's done. I'm not done about how she looks then. You should lose some weight. Yeah, well, they keep posting them on Reddit, so they must like those pictures, Anne. You put yourself out there. You know what? When you put yourself out there on YouTube, it's their right to post those pictures. Those aren't coming from your personal IG. Oh, ditto, Mikey. So self-conscious. Didn't she say she is proud of that live, that she had no regrets? Why is she so proud of the images? I know. She's proud. She should be proud of the images posted all over Reddit then. Why would you not be, Anne? I don't know. Why wouldn't you not be? You thought it was going to be good for you and it backfired. Made you look like the idiot that I see every day. Maria, she did not. She did do an RH show where YouTube denied her. And if anybody unfound reports come, it will be harassment. Good. They are trophies, Anne. Yeah. Be proud of it. Be proud of the shit that you do, Anne. You know why? Because she's an unhappy person. You can tell. She honestly thought that by doing that to my channel, that I was just going to go away and that was the end of it. And I told her a million times, I'll come back again and again. She did that to mock your looks, and now she has a problem with people making fun of her looks. Exactly. Exactly. And she's going to be like, "Oh, diabetes. I've gained so much weight because diabetes." I say that every time I look at a piece of bread that I'm going to eat, Anne, and I still eat it. And I still do it. So nobody forces you to eat. And diabetes doesn't make you fat. In fact, you should be watching yourself what you eat if you're diabetic, not the other way around. I mean, my father had diabetes since he was 30 and he was never overweight. So stop making excuses, Anne, for your food. I thought that was Jen. Today is your happy 41st birthday. Today, tomorrow is your hubby's 41st birthday. I will know. What? Well, she thinks she was going to silence you. That's not going to work with me. She made a complete ass fool of herself. She carried content gold for everyone. I know. I have yet to watch the whole thing. I've yet to watch it because I just don't think she's worth it. Honestly, I think Reddit and Roadhog took care of her, and I think Jamie and AC also took care of her by mocking her. It bothered her more that that they did that than anything else. And then I heard that she tried to threaten AC. She just doesn't get it. You can't threaten people in this community like that because they'll come at you harder. And trust me, I had no idea what AC was going to talk about until somebody sent me sometimes they sent me like links. This person's going live because I missed a whole bunch of the beginning. And then I saw Anne on there on the pictures and I was cracking up. I'm like, okay, good one. But not for what she thinks. I know. And the only reason it got views was because she did the vertical like Giddler Jen. That's the only reason, because it wasn't from this community. So these people had no idea what she was doing. She just did it. They just were watching, and they must have gone in. That could mean that they went in there, didn't understand the subject, and just left. What did Rabbit say? What? Who can't see Debbie? Is it on her side? I'm not sure. Hey, Grumpy Drunk, how are you? I don't know how if it's she's blocked or not. Tomorrow is Stephen R's birthday. I was trying to be cute. I failed. Oh, I'm like, whose birthday? Yeah, it's Steven's tomorrow. That's right. He's gonna be a whole 41. I don't even remember my 40s anymore. Damn you, Steven. 3 people can't see Debbie. That's weird. I wonder why that happens. It happens a lot. That's been happening quite a bit. And then you have to reboot it and then you can see him again. I don't know why. Happy early birthday, Steven Rivera. Yep. I can't see Debbie either. 29 for 29 years, right? I turned 41 in June. Let me know how it goes. Kendrick said she's leaving because people are mocking her health. Didn't she mock others having cancer recently? Yeah, I don't understand that post she made. She was so mean with everybody. And she says that this community is mean. Like, she literally threatened to beat everybody up. And remember when she got up and she showed her fist and that she still could beat somebody up when she got mad at Jen's live? And then she went out, she took off and came back with I thought it was a knife, but it was scissors that she was going to hurt herself. Kendra, you are the drama for the community. Nobody else has done what you've done like that. So maybe you're the one. You do need a break, but don't say the community is bad because nobody. I've never gone on live and threatened anybody with my fist or that I'm going to hit somebody. Or I'm going to jump on a plane. None of that stuff. None of it. So maybe you need a break and not say those things anymore. The time I saw you in the picture on the live. And no, and is Heidi still missing in action? I haven't heard a thing about her. I don't know if she's been lying. I don't follow her though, but I've seen on Reddit that they've been looking for her. No idea what happened there. I don't remember when I was 29. That was years ago. Oh, I mean, either. Not at all. It's been too long. Oh, she did? She contacted Heidi? That's good. Misty post today. Thank you, Herpes Queen. That's so you know that she's going away. I have literally stopped watching these people. Like, I stopped watching Kendra. So if I hadn't seen that post on Reddit, I would never know. And then I was reading it and I'm like, what? She's going away after and calling people bullies after what she told everybody? And then she blames it on the liquor. Then don't drink and go live because Kendra had the liquor goes a different way for her. She threatens people. She was whining about your post in her comments. Where has Heidi been? Probably on vacation. Haven't seen her for a long time. Hell of a lot better than I do now. I think we all did, right? I think we all did. It's been a crazy week for us, at least here. So many things going on in real life. And I was like, okay, Heidi is okay. She's family stuff to take care of. Oh, okay. Well, at least she's okay. Personal things. Oh, well, everybody thought she was on her casino trips. Well, I guess that's fine. I don't know what happened to Fancy Bates. Hey, Paula, how are you? I have no idea what happened to Fancy Bates. And I have no idea who Fancy Bates was, so Fancy Bates could be here under another name. That's what you get with these accounts. They come and go that easily and that fast. I haven't seen Kat in a while. I don't know about Kat either. Hopefully she's okay and stepped away from this nasty ass community because it's gotten really bad. Let me check something real quick. Hold on. I miss Fancy Bates. I heard she had health issues, unfortunately. Oh, I hope she's okay. That would really suck. Let me check something real quick. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay. Kat sent a video of Max. Okay. Okay, so she's okay. That's good. Yeah, I haven't heard from her. We are missing Kat, Fancy. I think she got tired of the community, the drama. Has Gargamel been around? No, I haven't seen Gargamel either. I haven't seen Gargamel either. In fact, I haven't seen him in a while. Me neither. I miss her. She'll be back. Everybody takes a break. Sometimes this just gets too much, and you don't understand some of these people. Kat is doing good. Oh, good. I'm glad. These people just are. Garga has to step away for a bit. Sometimes it's needed in this community. I'm telling you. Oh, you blocked Kat Daniel? I don't think she ever came back anywhere. I removed her from IG when I saw that she went back to Gen. Hey, ambulance girl. I just don't want anything to do with Gen. Period. Or nobody following her to come here. None of that shit. It's just too nasty, too messy, and she's just a bad person. And it has nothing to do with her mental health. It's who she is as a person. It has absolutely nothing to do with her mental health. She's just a bad person, period. She hides behind her mental health. It's a shitty character that she has. Trust me when I tell you, there's many people that have mental health that are good people. Jen's not one of them. She hides by saying that everybody's picking on her and it's her mental health. It's her character. That's the way she is. That's the way she's always going to be. No matter what, she's always going to be that way. And she didn't have a breakdown. She had a drug withdrawal symptoms is what she was doing. She went through that drug withdrawal and episode crap. It wasn't a mental breakdown. I'm glad you did, Mikey. I'm glad you did. I hope you're a happy and healthy one. What happened to her? Let me see if I can go up and see. All last year I was sick. Oh no. 2026 will be better. Go on KK and the kids. She became a FU forever. Yep. She never came back into anybody's chat after she was outed for trying to get info on KK's kids. And when I saw that, I immediately took her out of my IG. Not that I have anything personal on it. I just don't want shitty people in there. Jen uses that breakdown as past to behave badly every time they should say they had a breakdown. It's stupid. I know. And then she said, I also heard her say that you have to understand that when this happened with this guy, with this young guy, she wasn't in her right mental state of mind. This happened years before this. Her son was a teenager when this happened with that young man. Did she have like a 10-year mental breakdown? That's what I tell you. It is who she is. It has nothing to do with mental breakdown. It is who she is. She's a perv. Nobody, I can't even imagine thinking that you have teenage children in your house and you would be sexually talking to them the way she talked to them and hitting on them and coming out of her bra and letting him have drinks and letting him have sex in the room and letting him have drugs in the house because she wanted to be the cool mom. None of no, I don't know one person here who would allow that. But Jen thinks that's okay. If she was such a cool mom and that shit, maybe at that time her son was like, okay, because she's letting us drink, do drugs, whatever. But now that he's a man and he sees that shit was wrong, he wouldn't want to raise his kids like that. So if she was that bad as a mother, she's going to be that bad as a grandmother. Jen seems to be okay with the weird sexual stuff Deadly says about children because she's the same way. She likes that they were minors. She thought that it would be cool because they're minors, not yet adults, and she would be like their first sexual experience type thing without having to have the sex part, like talking to them like that. She thinks that's okay. And now because she's on the internet, she wants to erase everything and pretend like nothing happened. It did happen, and I believe that young man, and he never took it back. She's lying. Authentic state of affairs her world is right now. She doesn't see it really. She thinks she's a superstar right now and loving the attention. Well, she's going to be a very lonely superstar. She already is. She can focus on her low lives, ignores the chat of people. Yep. The only way you can be in her chat is if you're a pick me. That's right. I believe everything you say, Jen. Yep, everything. Everything you were, yeah. Even when that kid started, it was 10 years ago or 7 years ago, and you were still in that mental breakdown, and you don't remember anything you don't want to remember. And then what you want to remember, you don't say. You say it wasn't through the mental breakdown. Anytime she doesn't want to remember it, she'll be like, "I was having that mental breakdown." She uses the same excuse for absolutely everything. You just heard from Kat, y'all. Oh, good, good. I'm glad. Let me see. Oh, she sent me a message an hour ago. I didn't even notice that. She's okay then. Good. I was worried. Well, I'm glad she's okay. She probably needed a break. She wants to be famous and also wants to stay out of her business. That's right. That's right. And anybody who thinks it's okay for her to be that way and rely on her fake mental breakdown, like these people, she has Keith. She has a whole bunch of other people that do the same shit to her. Deadly who believes her, of course, drunk William. These are the only people that are going to support her. And instead of just saying, yeah, I messed up so many times and do better from that, the other day she actually said that she read from a Bible in her life. She said that she had read from, I saw it on Deadly's, that she had read a Bible the day before or earlier that morning. And then she was on Deadly's cursing out like there was no tomorrow, using every F bomb, every bad word you can imagine. What a freaking insult to any religious person that you're going to read a Bible, pretend like you're good, and then 10 minutes later go on Deadly's and speak worse than a sailor. It's a group of that group is the island of misfit idiots. That's what they are. Why is if Jen has kidney problems, why is she drinking sodas that will harm her kidney? Because she's not telling the truth. I'm not saying she doesn't have, but I don't think she has them as bad as she's saying. She's an idiot. Nowhere brings up the I'm being threatened. They're calling me a child predator, blah, 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 blah. She is a child predator. Then the first thing she does is tell everyone in her life who is covering her, so everyone leaving watch the people covering her. Yep. And then they got mad because I posted that picture of Clint and Tracy. Somebody had written a long comment there, which I deleted. Jen, I told you already, if you can't leave my family alone, These are pictures you can't take down because they're from the show. So I'll keep posting it. Haven't been around much, but I'm kind of getting burned out with the Gen content. The only one keep Gen relevant is us. I know, but I haven't mentioned her, and like I haven't even been live. And today she decided to drag my husband because that's what Jen does, and that's why I called this Patricia and Gen, oh, for her and her mother, because since I had stepped away from trying to not even talk about her, and she did that today, so now I'll keep doing it. She sent me a Max video. I asked if everything is okay. Oh, he's such a cute dog. She screamed fucking Bible last night. I read that. That's what she screamed. I read the fucking Bible last night. And what do you all people want for me? That's not how you read it, Jen. Is blocking Cat Daniels on social media. Namaste. Yep. A while ago, Ramsey said had to tell Jen she couldn't sue her. Oh my God. We're all over Jen, but until she shuts up, we are. We're here. I hate Jen. I don't want to talk about her. I wish she never existed. I wish I never met her. But I sure as hell ain't gonna let her drag anybody that I care about. Nobody. And I haven't been on in a week, and I didn't want to be on because I'm not gonna. I wasn't even participating in the chats on Jen's. I was just more or less saying hi to people, and that was it. But Jen, you ignited this again, and this is why you deserve to be dragged. I don't care who drags you. I could care less. You deserve it. You have not one single bone of decency on you. Nothing. You're not a good human being. Jen does because she wants you to continue talking about her, ignoring her. All it's the only way. I tried ignoring her for a week. She did this shit today. Then I will remind everybody that her mother was a drug addict, just like she is a drug addict. It runs in the family. She can say she's not a drug addict. Everybody knows she's using. Tracy, the children's Bible is what she reads to Maya. She do today. She played the live where George was doxing my husband. That's what she did. On purpose. On purpose. And then she said that she says, see Marie, everybody has DV on in their family. His wasn't DV. But that's what she said to make herself feel better. No, Jen, yours was DV when you hit your mother. His wasn't. He didn't hit me. But you, Jen, hit your mother and let your daughter hit your mother and then let your daughter take the whole blame for it. And then your mother started hitting back, which she was probably self-defense, but it's Ohio. What do you expect? So they arrested the mother too, the grandmother. Jen loved her mother so much that she beat her. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine hitting my mom. She loved her mom so much that she beat her, and she let her daughter beat her. And then she wants to go on there and say, I love my mom. So Jen will say or do anything, something gets a response. Yep. So then she beats on her mom, right? Hey, Bliss Chris. And what does she do? When her mom is dying in her dying bed, she takes a picture on top of her mom to post on the internet and use it as a thumbnail. And then when her dad passed, she took a picture in the cemetery while the casket is still not down, thrown her body over as another as another thumbnail because she wanted people to see how much she cares about them. She cares about them so much that she took a picture of them after death. Jen was so abusive to her mom. That's why she holds so much guilt over the death and makes her content like things were great. Yeah, everybody that knows remembers from back then, they had a horrible relationship. The mother didn't trust her. The mother trusted her son, Jen's son, not Jen. Jen and her mom didn't get along at all. I'm just bored with her. Jen says the same thing in every live. I feel like I'm watching Groundhog Day. Yep. I wish it would go away, but she's not going away while she has people like this Keith guy, who I think is mentally challenged, in her chat, talking the same shit over and over again. Dying snake. Like, I know who does that shit. The last thing you want to put is a picture of your family member in their last minutes or after they passed. I swear, secret. After they pass on the fucking internet. Who wants to put that shit there? She put that picture out there. It was her, not anyone else. What really go? And she's like, I really like that. What do you like about that picture, Jen? That your mom had passed? You really liked that picture, so you put it out. You thought that was appropriate to put out there because your mom had passed. Jen's grifting for her mother's funeral. That's why she put the picture out there. That's the only reason. And the picture of her on her father's casket, she had told Clint to take it again. I would care less what I look like if I'm at my parents' funeral. Like, I could care less. Much less if they take me a picture of me. First, I would never allow that. And second of all, if they take a bad picture, who gives a fuck? What's more important? The respect your parents. Not they didn't. She didn't even respect them on their deathbeds. They would be mortified if they knew that she would have used their deceased bodies to put a picture of them on YouTube. Who does that? Only Jen does. Because it could have brought in an extra $100. Who knows? Maybe that's her way of thinking. Hey, if I can get my father's or my mom's picture up here and I get an extra $100 in super chats, why not? Trashy, trashy human being. That's what she is. I watch other stuff too, so I don't overdo it's one topic. I know, and I wasn't even commenting on her, but she decided to start on me today, and now I'll be in every single chat. I follow all of them. I just wasn't commenting on it. Now she's gonna get the giggler everywhere she goes. To my girl story over. What about the video of her reenacting my girl story over the casket? Keep in mind the funeral is over, but Jen prolonged it by putting on that show. Yep, that's exactly what she did. She was a shitty daughter before death and even a shittier daughter after death. Let your fucking parents rest in peace and you still use them for YouTube. Just like she did with Mia trying to say that she needed 5,000. Was it Mia that needed $5,000 for a surgery that's never going to happen because the dog is healthy? See how fast, when everybody called her out on it, she changed her mind? She changed her mind and just doesn't talk about it. She erases it. He's not keeping her around. He's just a weirdo that will see on Forensic Files episodes one day. Yep, he is. The attention she receives from all the haters is oxygen for her. You know why? It's because she doesn't get it from Clint. Clint, if you don't love her, then leave her. Because she literally, I'll always say, is she made that clip where she put this really bad lipstick on to see what Clint would say when he saw it. And she's like, Clint, can you come here? Hey, Clint. Hey, Clint. Hey, Clint. Look at this, Clint. And I would have never posted that video. Like, he literally did not look at her. I swear it took forever for him to turn around and look at her when she was telling him, look at me, Clint, look at me. And then she would laugh. That was a good one, Clint, huh? Huh? That was a good one. You know what was a good one? That you proved to us that Clint doesn't even look at you. He doesn't even look at you to notice that you did your lips that way on purpose. That's what you showed everybody, Jen. But you're so miserable in your real life and so lonely that you want to come on here and drag other people. That's why I say, when I think somebody's dragging her too much, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't even tell the person that they're going too far or nothing. It's not my business. Everybody knows how far they can go on their own. And she has since replayed that prank video, Maria. It's embarrassing. It is. She could not, for the life of her, get Clint to look at her mouth. And she's like, he's going to be looking. I was waiting there, and I'm like, I got bored of waiting. You'll see Clint. He's going to be so funny. Oh, watch this part. Oh, watch. And you're here like 3 hours later. Clint, look at me. And I'm like, oh my God, no embarrassment, nothing at all. It was that bad. I never heard a dog cough, and trust me, a collapsed trachea is loud, ugly cough, and it's constant. Nothing. She read that somewhere, and she used that excuse, not even going through it and thinking, well, the dog's got a cough. And then once people started questioning and bringing all that out, subject has changed. I don't need your money. I'll pay for the $5,000 surgery by myself. We don't need your money. Or what happened to her 3 days ago that she said she had a job at a gas station? And I hope you guys are happy. I'm going to work because I'm going to make my own money and I'm going to clean toilets. Another lie. Another lie. But people still support her bullshit. She's not working at a gas station. She didn't get offered a job. He doesn't love her. I think he doesn't want to be alone. I know, but why does he keep texting people then? If he wants to not be alone and he wants to get stuck with that piece of shit under that he has now, why is he texting other women? I don't get it. Hopefully he can fall hard for one of these women. And I'd love for him to say, hey Jen, you really gotta go now. Because one of these women finally is being good to me. I would love that more than anything. To see her on her ass. Feel like this is revenge of the Jays. Just kidding. Clint, on the other hand, sounds like he could have prolapse. Craig, yeah. Sick as fuck. Yep. He would have to get her out of his mom's house. That's true. He's still young enough to need some pose once a week. Give him a few years. He won't need anything from her. I hope so. Because she's lived her whole life not doing shit, depending on men to feed her children, clothe her children, do absolutely everything for her children. And now she says that she doesn't collect money from the government. How many times did she not say that she was making like $730, $750 a month from the government? And now she says that she never said that. I've heard it a million times because I've heard people say, how do you survive off of that? Easy. You leech off of men. So she doesn't have to pay anything. She says she needs 5 to 8,000. Yeah, to go to Vegas at that time, but now her trip to Vegas is no longer happening because she thought she was going to meet JoJo at Vegas. And I guess he's just not interested in that kind. He just was interested in making money. You absolutely heard her say that. Yeah, she did. And I guess now she's running with it because she's afraid. Here's what she's afraid of. She's afraid of either A, she really is not married and she didn't lose that money, or B, she got married and didn't report it. And she's afraid that people will find out that that the government will tell the government that she's married and she'll lose the funds. I'm still taking down for toothbrushes for kids. No donations for that. She kept those toothbrushes. She has a supply room now of stuff that she kept. Where are these college degrees? I don't know. I don't believe one word of that. $753 a month. She was saying that, and now she's saying, I don't get any help from the government. I don't know who said that. How you doing, Chris Hansen? I don't know who said that. I've never said that. Oh, you said it. I don't think they are married. Yeah, because she'll lose the $753. Trust me, when you're married, you can say whatever you want. That shit is still going to be on record because she's not a celebrity. He's not a celebrity. They're not the president where you can't find shit on them. It would be on file like everybody else's marriage certificate. It's not there because they're not married. She is not. $753 is more than she was willing to lose on Clint. She's not losing that money. I don't either. I don't believe they're married. She would lose it if they marry. She's not going to lose that. That's the only thing she has all these years, so she doesn't have to work. That's it. And she will beg and beg online for money as long as she doesn't have to work. Did you hear the other day? She's like, if you want to see me go to the Dollar Tree, Send me a Cash App and I'll go buy whatever you want me to make. Because you can't go to the Dollar Tree and buy it yourself if you want to make something. You've got to get the ideas from Jen, who has no ideas. And they find nothing. There's nothing there at all. Nothing there at all. Here's one, Jen. Sophie picked up crocheting by herself. And she did a hell of a job. She picked it up faster than anybody I've seen, honestly. Because you got to really like it to pick it up that fast. So, Jen, do better than Sophie. Prove to us that you can do better than Sophie. Pick up crocheting and see how you do. I dare you. I'm sure there's no legally married wants to collect whatever she can. Yeah, she's not going to give up the $753 to get married. Now she says she gets 500. Yeah, because you know why she's saying that now? Because for people to send her more money. Where's my craft channel, Jen? She's saying now 500 because that way people will feel bad for her and send her more money. You know, Sophie, I'm telling you, there's people that can't pick it up. There's people I've taught from my mother-in-law picked it up like immediately in her late 70s. Immediately, it was that fast. And there's people that I've taught teenagers that can't pick it up for their life, no matter how hard. It just doesn't. They can't do it. I think sometimes you have to just do it on your own pace and pick it up later on in the years, and it comes to you. Ohio raised Social Security to $9.94. Who knows with her? Part two of the toilet paper mache. I know. I was waiting for that toilet paper mache balloon. I guess part one never worked out, huh? So there'll never be a part two. It fell apart like everything else that she does. Her coloring of the paper plates and putting it on her wall like a kindergarten, preschool, not even kindergarten. That should look like she had preschoolers in the house. And you put up their artwork. And everybody in that chat, losing brain cells, are like, wow, that's pretty, Jen. Is that the letter E or is that an A? Wow, Jen, that's awesome. Is that a tree? Cool. Like you're telling a preschooler how good they're doing. None of it was good. Angry crafts with Jen Bailey. Yeah, maybe Clint told her, hey, can we get this shit off the wall already? I mean, I can only support you for so long. Cooch looks like the dummy in her chat. It's about Cooch's level. You know, Cooch used to be a Floridian, but then she moved to Ohio, and I know why. She's got Jen's mentality. She might have garnishments from the prestigious communications degrees. Maybe she never paid it. I wonder why she blocked Kendra too. What did Kendra do to Jen? Kendra, what did you do to Jen? Did you even try to say something against her? You didn't agree with something? That could be it. Brooke is being like Jen now. Yep, she is. That's a good channel. The social crafter. Or the raging crafter. Tell Alice I will help her find a good realtor. Wait till Alice sees the inside of that house. Dairy Time hasn't been around lately either. Where's all your buddies, Jen? Yep. Everybody's been walking away. She's lucky if she gets 50 people in her chat. And I swear she'll have 10 or 15 people in her chat and she'll be like, thank you guys for coming in and supporting me. Thank you guys. She won't even notice. I mean, she'll notice it, but she's like, it will get up there again. She's so delusional about the shit that she's done and she's doing every day that it doesn't affect her. She just wants to be heard because Clint doesn't talk to her. Chris the Bee is a rebound realtor. Yeah, she is. There you go. I can bet all those carpets will need to be. I'm sure the carpets, the walls. I saw some dirty walls. Kindergarten crafts with Jen. That's a perfect one. Finger paintings. She could do the first one as finger paintings. I'd love to see Jen do a live on finger painting. She would be too excited. She thinks she created something. Could you imagine? And AC cracks me up trying to get her to talk to him. And she gets so frustrated with him. He's just trolling her. And she gets so frustrated, it cracks me up. I'm like, keep going, AC. She gets so pissed off at everything. Did you see her face today when she was doing that and she saw that Miss Liability was in Paula's chat? And Jen was reading Paula's chat until she realized Miss Liability was in Paula's chat. And it froze her like, calm down. I gotta control myself. I can't say anything bad now. It's okay. It killed her to see Miss Liability in there as everybody was dragging Jen. And even though Miss Liability is a moderator there, she couldn't say anything because she can't block anybody because we're there to drag Jen. So her mod is in Paula's is a mod for Paula as we're dragging Jen. Make that make sense. Put it for when she dialed 911 on KK. No, when did she do that? KK, I'm sure it did. I didn't know she called 911 on KK. See, I missed a whole bunch of when they were in heat. She drove me nuts. Why is she putting those diapers on the dogs? She did it live? Is this recent? I stopped. I swear, see, I don't watch her anymore. She would trigger me so much if I see that shit. She's the first one to call the police on anybody. And yeah, I did call on her when she put that shit on Discord. Other than that, I would never have called on her. And I don't regret calling. She did on Jules a month ago, but I didn't know about KK. Yeah, I didn't either. Oh, I don't put it past her. She's that batshit crazy, though. Fuck her and her stupidity. She's a horrible person. That's why I said don't give her any grace. If you strike her, don't give her any grace. Don't take it off. Don't take it off. She deserves absolutely everything bad coming her way. She's not a good person. She's never has been. It's her character. Hold on. She can't blame it. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. She can't blame it on nothing else than it's who she is. Some people are just shitty human beings, and she's one of them. So she can say that it was when she had her manic thing. It's who she is. It's who she will be. She's never. How many years did I try to help her? How many years did I keep forgiving her and saying, no, she's doing better. I swear she's doing better. You waste so much time trying to get her to be different and trying to get her to see what other people are are saying about her, and none of it helps. None of it. It's not a mental disorder. It's a character flaw. Definitely a character flaw. She's just a shitty human being. There's a lot of shitty human beings out, and she's one of those. She's going to be 60, 70 years old, and she's still going to be just as shitty. And anybody who wants to waste their time trying to help her and be friends to her, it's going to say the same thing that happened to me, the same thing that happened to Paul. Waste all those years trying to talk her into different way of thinking, and she's never going to. She says yes, 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 and turns on that camera and does that. It's not manic, it's the drugs. Yep. She was manic on drugs. That's what she was. That's what she was. So even her closest mods had walked out on her, was filled with shit inside. That's her. Even her closest mods for years walked out on her because they realized you wasted so much time and so much energy for nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's why the other day when she said, I unblocked you, Maria, for you can come in. There's not a way in hell would I go into her chat. Never in a million years. I don't care if she has to say I'm sorry or whatever she wants to say. It's never gonna happen. I wouldn't even take an apology from her on her chat, on her live. I want nothing to do with people like Jen. I think she's a waste of air and she just will never be a good person. And I'm so proud of her children for doing that. Brenda went right back in there. Not only did Brenda go right back in there, she started super chatting her again. Brenda is another one that she's exactly like Jen is. She's never going to get any different, never going to get any better, nothing. The last draw is, anyone theories? No, there's nothing. Amanda is still a mod there with Jen. She was in Paula's today, and then when everybody said, "Look, Jen, look, she's in here as a mod, look," she ran right back to Jen's and was still a mod, writing shit in Jen's. At the same time, Paula wasn't even done, and she was running back into Jen's, acting like nothing. Amanda's not giving up on Jen. She's the only one that Jen puts up with. She's not going to give up on her. As soon as she realized that people were calling her out in Paula's, she ran right back to Jen. Oh, she is a mod in Paula's. She sure is. She was a mod. I was watching her today. I had Paula and Jen on at the same time. And she was in Paula's. And then when everybody says, when she said, "Where is Miss Liability?" And then everybody in Paula's was saying, "She's over here, Jen. She's over here." And then Miss Liability ran into Jen's. "Hey, Jen, how are you?" But it's the funniest shit because she's in Paula's as we're dragging Jen, and and Miss Liability can't delete it because that's the subject. Tell her who she is. We've got about a week of them talking. Jen outs that. Yep. So Miss Liability has to sit there and watch everybody drag her friend Jen. And she can't block anybody because Paula won't allow that. Isn't she in Vegas Valley? I think she was on recently. I think Jen was on Vegas Valley recently. And then somebody from that chat, nobody from this community, paid $20 to get Jen out for 20 minutes. And then Jen never came back. So, I mean, almost immediately when they saw Jen, they paid $20 on platform. They paid $20 and it got her kicked out for 20 minutes. And then Jen moved on, probably told, yeah, she is there. Probably told Deadly to go live because she got kicked out of Vegas Valley. She was booted so fast. It was hilarious. They hate her there. So no sooner than she paid and some random person paid $20. I will pay $20 to quit YouTube forever. She won't quit. She'll lie like she does about everything else. Her whole life is a lie. But that video, I'm going to find that clip. Have a great trip, Viva. I hope you enjoy every single minute of it. That video of Jen saying that I will do anything for my fucking children. Those are my fucking children. No man, not even Clint. Nobody will get in between me and my fucking children. You should have thought of that before you left your children with these men in the townhouse. You did let Clint get between you and your children. Your daughter wasn't even an adult. She needed you. She can't live by herself. She was a minor. So then she had to depend on these men who, I don't care how good they are to her, were still not her father, to live there. It's too late for you to say that, Jen, because everybody knows you already did it. Sophie doesn't really like Maria either yesterday or today. Oh, me and Sophie are getting along great. We had a bad start in the beginning when I was with Anne, and now we're getting along great. And I love that she crochets. It's even more. She said, Vegas Valley acts like she does no wrong. I know. They ignore it because she was their cash cow for a while, but then it died down because we said, "Hey, we're not paying attention to you guys anymore. We're not even going in there." And then they're like, "Okay, we're not making the money that we were making off it, so let's start talking about something else." And then Jen is like, "I'm here. I'm still genuinely Jen." And they're like, "Okay, whatever." Knock her out for 20 minutes. They didn't even want her back. I heard Angela Jade is back. Yeah, I've seen her. That everything she says is hysterical and a real burn. So, who and that everything she says is hysterical and a real burn. Annie Dudley's entire panel challenged in some way, and Jen feels like the leader of the misfits there. It's. I'm telling you, I always say it's like you're going down a dirt road and you bump into a house, and it's the hills have eyes, and these are the people who are going to open the door and tell you, "Can we help you?" You're like, "Hell no, I'm running for the hills." It's the door you don't want to knock it down on when you're flat. You get a flat tire in the country. That's what's going to you open the door to that. Problem with anybody, I don't hate bond with people. Yep, that's true. If you don't like, just because you don't like Jen doesn't mean we have to like the same people. But I have no problem at all with Sophie, and I think it's so cool the way she's jumping right into doing everything. It doesn't have to be about Jen. She's shaming you for blocking me now. You lost a good friend. You never did anything to her. Sweets blocked you for no reason at all. You've never said anything bad about Sweet, Stephen. I'm sorry she did that to you. This is the kind of Maria's boo sometimes that I love. I would never. Can you imagine? Fuck, you break down in the middle of the woods and you knock on that door, and Jen opens the door and Deadly's standing behind her, and then you can't run fast enough. You keep falling as you're running away from them. Come here, Maria. Come here. Like, no, bitch, no. I'm out of here. That's what that. That's why. That's what I feel of when I think of Ohio. Going to Ohio, I would be petrified of going anywhere near where any of these people live. If the people are that bad, I'd be like, fuck no. No wonder everything's so cheap there. Die at your own risk. Yep, we sure have, Sophie. We sure have. And I'm so grateful that the hate thing that was created in my channel against you is gone. I really am. Even before the freaking Anne and her stupidity, I still remember that whoever was that made a post on one of the shorts that I had of Sophie, and she's like, "Can you tell me more? Can I borrow this short or any other information you want?" And I immediately just blocked that person. No, I didn't block that person. I think I just put the short into private or deleted it, and then she never responded again. I love the fact that so many of us are getting along. Me too. It's so much better to get along. And yeah, it's a nightmare. It is so much better to get along. And trust me, everybody that has followed me from way before knows that it was hard when the breakup happened with not only Anne, but with everybody else. And now I feel like this is how it's supposed to be. Trying to find dirt on me. Yep. From another community. Yep. And I just deleted the whole shit. And I feel everything happens for a reason. And this is what was supposed to happen. And this I feel so much better about. The people that I have talked to me on IG and I've gotten close to, I feel so much better. Sophie, did she remove your docs? Where's the way he is because it's from Ohio? Oh my God. I remember just Jules used to hate me 5 years ago. Oh, she claims she has so many. She has even the trolls have left Jen. If that doesn't tell you anything, even the trolls have left Jen. She removed the live. She knows. Ohio is actually pretty just some weirdos. Well, from what I've seen, it's got way more weirdos than I'm used to, so not going there. Trust me, there's nothing that I need to see in Ohio. Nothing. That's a state that I will never have to visit. I like the peace we have over here. Me too. So much calmer. And you don't have to, how many times did I go live with my ex co-host and she would come out screaming. And then she said it was me that doing the screaming. It was just so nasty at times and I felt bad at times too. In fact, she said she deleted the video. Yeah, I'm sure she did. Liar. This is what she does. She does the same shit all the time. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me just see something real quick. She probably put it on private. But either way, Jen, you deserve everything you get because you had no reason to do that video, period. But you're such a hateful person, such a hateful human being that you can't find peace in your life and you want to destroy other people's lives. And I'm here to call it out every single time you act this way. I don't care if you deleted that video or made it private. You already did it and it's too late. You already triggered me to go live about you, and now I'm not going to stop. You're just that hateful. And you'll never ever find happiness as long as you keep doing this shit to people. Absolutely never. I'm so happy with the people that I follow now. She just wants to impress George. Probably. I'm sure she does. That I have no regrets about nothing in the past. If we don't learn from our past experience, then we're nobody. And I'm so happy that I don't have that kind of hate that was created in the old channel from all the hate that Anne had. And now she can just spill it out by, hey, Geneva. Now she can spill it all the hate by herself. Oh, Jen decided to play George's live. That's what happened. Lag is a weirdo too. Yeah, he is. And I will never get to the point of so much hate that like Anne has. And I regret all the ones that I had in the past. And all of them had been privated after because it was so hateful. And I'm happy with the people I support and that's around me now. Me too, Bliss Chris. It was just all one big hate party. It was really bad. It was a horrible, horrible time. And trust me, I used to say it even when I was sad that everything had happened at the time. Everything happens for a reason, and you always end up better. You might be in shock in the beginning, but you always end up better and in a better place. And the worst thing you can do, the worst thing in the world, is to get a co host because there's always going to be a one that's more dominant than the other one. And then the other one just puts up with it for no reason. And then you both get the hate. So the shit that Anne had done to Sophie and the digging on her husband and the digging on all this shit and posting it and posting the pictures on panel and all that shit. We both got blamed for it. I was there too. I was there too. But I wouldn't do that. We made a crack about JJ and them. Cooch mouthed off in the chat. Of course. You're some hairy account. According to George, you're a hairy account on Reddit. The only one doing just like Fit Day is George. Everything behind the scenes, George reported lies. Yeah. If you guys, when you go on Reddit, just look at Fit Days. You can spot him a mile away. And that hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Oh, I can't on the. Let me see if I can see it on my phone. Hold on. Let me see if I can see it. What is the new one that is Jen? Hold on. Somebody had said it recently, and I posted it on here. God. What's the name of that new account that I said that was Jen? Do you guys know? Let me see. I know I saved it. She just started posting. Hold on. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to look on this phone. Cold package. No, I think it's cold package. Hold on. You're right. It's cheesecake, the cheesecake account. Why did I think cold package? It's a cheesecake account. Fit Ray was dragging. I know. And before I talked to Amber, before I stopped talking to Amber, I had sent her an email and I said she was good with George, and I said Fit Day is George, and I'm talking about months and months and months ago. I sent her an email and said Fit Day is George, and he's dragging you. And she said, okay, I'll keep an eye on it. And you know what, Amber? I saw the cottage cheese. Oh fuck! I can't find the screenshot. It's cottage cheese. You're right. Damn it! Get it right, Maria. It's cottage cheese. Go look at cottage cheese and you'll see her comment. Tell me it's not Jen. So I also saw a screenshot, a screen record that that lady they call Flava. Um, she she had a live recently. I think the day before yesterday or yesterday, and she said on her live, I've never met her. I don't know who she is. She said on her live that she turned on Amber, and she said on her live that Amber had asked her to come after me. So Amber had asked her to drag me. And Flavor had said to her, why am I going to drag her for? I don't even know who she is. So she wouldn't do it for Amber. This is who Amber is. And thank God that lady said no. Yep. She asked, I saw it on Reddit. Not Reddit, I'm sorry, Rumble. Somebody had sent me a link. And she said it. She goes, whoever this Maria person is, Amber wanted me to dox her, to drag her. And I said, no, I'm not dragging her. There's no reason. Hey, Miss Mickey, there's no reason to drag her. I don't even know her. She hasn't done anything to me. This is what Amber does. And now, thank God, this Flava woman has turned on Amber. So now Amber has no support. She doesn't have Bombshell. She doesn't have Flava. Oh, she's got Brooke. That's about it. That's why I tell you, sit back and let things happen. I was so happy when I saw Roadhog posting that about Anne, and then she posted about E11, Brooke, Jewel, George, all from his eyes. And I'm so glad because it made me feel like, okay, it's not me, that I know other people see what I'm seeing. And trust me when I tell you that Roadhog can tell me tomorrow that he hates me and says whatever he wants on me on his platform. There's never going to be a screenshot of me talking to him. And what I really love is that even you can hate him all you want, he saw it with his eyes, just like AC saw it and Jamie saw it with their eyes. Everybody has their own opinions, and they made the same opinion that I have of them. And that means that I feel like it's, well, I don't have to feel it because I know that they're doing something wrong. And other people see what we see. See, you can sit back and just let other content creators do the dragging. And these people that are getting dragged, Brooke sure talked to him and sent stuff about Siwa, though. She probably did. I'm 100% sure she probably did. But I know my hands are clean. And I'm not ever going to do something like that because the thing is, in this community, if somebody turns on you, the first thing they do um, is show proof of screenshots. And that's what happens. And so I would never even consider, not even anybody telling anybody to do nothing. And E11 can say all she wants, but I figured out who she was, her real identity was through somebody not on Instagram or YouTube. It had nothing, 100% on my life. It had nothing to do with Generva. Not one single thing to do with Generva. I said, I'm gonna find out who she is. She was making those memes and shit and her videos and stuff at the beginning. And I said, I'm gonna find out who she is. And I went to a friend who is very, very good at it. And the E11 song from Roadhog is the funniest. I wonder if he'll get pissed off. Hold on. Let me see. And I said, I need help. And she was a new set of eyes. And she's just a good person that does this. She's really, really good at this. And I said, okay, if she doesn't know the situation and she doesn't know what's happening, then she's never going to figure it out. And she figured it out. She sure did. Hold on. She wants strange men fighting her battles. Yep, she does.
Whoa, 11. She lived in the barnyard too. Mm-hmm. Down on the farm where the roosters all crow lives a gal named Evan with a very strange glow. She comes from cowboy, the truckers know, man. She's got eyes for the hens and a thing for the eggs. She wishes sweet nothing, two feathers so fine. Tonight you are mine while the farmer's asleep and the moon shining bright. He sneaks out for a cigarette midnight delight. She's walking the road. She's
It's great. I really enjoyed when they go after people that deserve to be taken down like that. What can I say? Hold on. Let me put that in here so you guys can finish hearing it there. I know he did a good job. He did a really good job. She wants to be an actress on Lifetime movies. What about cleaning the toilets? Isn't she going to work? Jen lied about working, right? She's like, I hope you guys are happy. I'm going to be cleaning toilets. She doesn't clean the one in her house. She's going to clean one in the 7-Eleven or the gas station. She's so full of shit. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go have dinner. And Jen, you're a piece of shit just like your mother was. And you always will be. You're a hateful person. And now, hold on. Before I go, here you go. Let me share this. Copy link. Before I go, head on over here. And you don't even have to give Dudley a view. You can watch it there. Bye, everybody. See you on the weekend. Have a good rest of the week. Thank you guys for stopping by.